Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a while.
Who are you again?
But I am back and I have got some cards to share, some updates, and I can't believe we are less than a week away from the National, and I've got some thoughts on that as well.
I'm so excited.
So stick around and check it out.
I can't leave now.
Hello friends, I am John and I am the 3D 80s kid. So, I am getting recovered from the big Hobby Palooza weekend. What a weekend. Such amazing shows and such amazing outpouring of support for Signatures for Soldiers. A few more donations even came in after the final show, and we reached a grand total of $9,000 for that charity.
Holy shit, that's amazing!
That is just awesome. I can't believe we were able to do something like that, and it wouldn't be without the help of all you folks out there that were involved. So wonderful job all around for everybody that was on shows, everybody that attended shows, commented on shows, chatted during shows, and of course everybody donating. So generous. That money is going to be put to good use. Anybody that caught the final show there saw the reaction from Tim and how powerful and meaningful that is with something like that, because he knows it's going to help people, and it just feels good to be able to do that. Thank you so much. But you know, all that work had me pretty busy, but there's still stuff going around here for my hobby. There's actually a couple cards to update you on. I have actually had this one for a while, but I just never got around to showing it on camera. So as you know, if you've been watching my channel at all, my childhood hero was, in fact, Mr. Dale Murphy. And I, during my childhood, had collected over 90 different unique cards of him. This is pre-eBay, just working through my local card shop. And then I think a couple times around 89, 90, there was a tiny card show in the community center of my town of Ukiah, California, population 15,000. It's a little town in the Central Valley, or not the Central Valley, a valley within the coastal range, 120 miles north of San Francisco. So still a long ways away from the Oregon border, in case those of you on the East Coast have no idea how large California geographically is. Yeah, as my tiny town, I somehow was able to gather 90-something unique Dale Murphy cards exclusively in a Braves uniform, but I never actually got this card. It was out of my price range at the time. It was more than 2x of what his rookie card would sell for, and I never picked it up. And now I'm buying it for almost the same price it cost back in like 1990, 1991, you know, within very close dollar amount. And it, you know, fulfills this nostalgia, you know, thing that is missing here. It was, you know, thanks to folks like Chris from Missouri, who have the show talking about people who barely miss the Hall of Fame. I know I was watching one episode of Graig, Midlife Cards, a little while back, where he brought up Dale Murphy. I think it was involved with a Q&A of, you know, somebody that should be in the Hall of Fame that isn't. And, you know, hearing them talk about him, I ultimately wanted to get this card, because hopefully the wrong will be righted soon in one of these errors committees, and that will probably raise the price of this card even more. So let's buy it now, because yes, Greg, I do actually care about card values. He did a video recently. His Monday videos is always asking a question to the audience to respond, and I said I didn't care about future card values, because I incorrectly interpreted that meaning.
You're the town dumbass.
As, will cards rise in the future? And I don't care about cards as an investment vehicle, but I do want them to at least retain what I'm paying for them, because honestly, if I didn't feel like they would at least be worth about what I'm paying for them, that, you know, where I can get 70, 80% back still, if I absolutely had to, which I don't plan on that being a thing, but if I had to, I could get 70 to 80% of the value back. I do care about that. I would not have as big of a card budget if I honestly believed that these things were just going to go to zero. I would have a much smaller card budget. I feel better about spending on this hobby because of the fact that you can return the money out of it. It's not like if I suddenly took up golfing and went to the golf course all the time and spent a fortune on all the fees to do that sport. That's a sunk cost. You're never going to get that back because you're paying for an experience. This, part of this hobby for me now includes going to the National, going to Strongsville, and that is a sunk cost. But when I'm buying these things behind me, that is, something that still retains a value that in an emergency, I could sell these things if I absolutely had to. I don't plan on that being a thing. I don't, anticipate losing my job and needing to do that, but it is there just in case. And so as such, I feel like I can have a larger budget for this hobby than if it was just money that's going to be spent and gone forever. So, yeah, yeah, Greg razzed me a little bit. I felt like shots fired, but that was confusion on my part. So admittedly, I botched the way I answered his query in that regard. So, yeah, but I guess should I fire some shots back? I don't know.
Could you at least try?
No, Greg's a nice guy, but he was poking at me in his video, and it was rightly so because I screwed up my answer. So there you go. Mea culpa on my part. I screwed up. So
That's kind of normal around here.
there you go. You had the right to tease me, Greg. But back to this card. It is none other than the reverse negative of Dale Murphy. I was able to find it closing in a poorly timed auction, which then made it be less than the so-called, what you might say, comps. I know that's a dirty word for some people too, but I was able to buy it at a more economical price thanks to Gixxon.com. Friend of mine. I will still continue to use it. If eBay ever does do the whole thing where they go into extended bidding periods, I will still try to get my cards that way, and if then ultimately I lose them, so be it. But I just cannot. I'm not going to sit by my phone and be glued to my phone for auction endings. I'm not going to change the freedom that Gixxon gave me where I can evaluate how much I want to spend on a card, put in my max bid, and just let her ride. So, yeah, I'm not changing that habit anytime soon. So, yeah, in fact, Gixxon video I did more than a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, is still a video that gets like 10 views a month. It's kind of funny. It started out as maybe a 100 or 200 view video for me, and it's like well over 1,000 now. So thanks to people watching it incrementally of how to use Gixxon. So, but this is a awesome card, something I had kind of always wanted, and now it is mine. And yes, it is reverse negative. This isn't a Chris from Missouri style, old school Chris from Missouri style video here. But, and we'll get it fixed out of this case eventually. It's not a huge priority, as this isn't part of my Hall of Fame run, of which I'm much more, you might say, anal about.
That is correct.
Yeah, I'll admit it. I'm anal. So, there we go. That is one of the items I had picked up in the recent past. And I have to admit, I did say in my last video that I was probably going to go to the National without much budget. Let's make that probably about no budget now.
Are you serious?
Yes, I made another purchase, and I think all I'm doing for National is bringing the cards I will sell at trade night, and I will be helping other people find the cards they are looking for, and also maybe recording some videos with the For Collectors group. So yeah, but I've been eyeing this specific card now for a year and a half. The video I made when I had tweaked my Hall of Fame plan of how I was going to establish the one card for every player, this became the target. I've been eyeing it in auctions ever since. Admittedly, out of everything on my wall, this thing transacts more than any other card that was ever on my list. and yet nothing connected for me for the look and the budget until this moment. And when the moment happened, after seeing that many cards go through the system, I didn't care. I didn't care that I'm going to national now with nothing. I connected on the card. I bought the card. So without delay, I have now completed all 84 of my vintage baseball card Hall of Famer targets. We're talking the players post-war to 1980.
Me, and I feel like you're just gonna delay and delay and delay.
I had 84 different planned cards, and now I own all 84, and that is completed with this one right here. The 1954 Topps Willie Mays. It was well-centered, beautiful color, and no major blemishes in the main part of the card. The fact that it is kind of nicked in the white part of the border makes it very unnoticeable when I'm looking at this card. It's just gorgeous. So this one just landed me, connected all the dots. It's the card for me, and I am happily adding it to my collection on the wall. And it will be my only now Willie Mays card if I actually sell the cards I'm bringing for trade night. So just a gorgeous copy of a classic Willie Mays card. It will be by far the most I spent on a Willie Mays card, and the oldest card I've ever owned of Willie Mays to this point, with it being 54. I previously had a 55 through all the way his last card of Topps, and there it is. All right, so that's it. Be going to National with me and cards to sell, and I'll be palling around with all the other people I have met in this hobby and having the time of my life. Honestly, going to Strongsville, going to the National, those are some of the times I look forward to the most of the year now. So I look forward to seeing any of you that are watching this that are going to be at National. Please say hi. Happy to talk to you. So, everybody, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.
Well, see you next time.
Yeah, unless I get lucky and break a leg.
All right, if I'm gonna actually get people to watch my video, let's figure out how to do a good thumbnail, and who better to study than the master? So, let's take a peek and see what we can find. Starting to recognize a theme here. Seems like if we can get some buzzwords on there, might bring attention to it. So, all right. Definitely a pattern here. I think I know what I might do. All right.
A few moments later.
There we go. Nailed it.